Okay, if my camera holds up here, I'm going to do a real short stream here while I've got this fresh on my mind, guys. How y'all doing? I haven't been streaming in a while because my health has been somewhat up and down. But what I have been doing is I've been looking over the AD&D 2nd edition rules, and I was looking over, noticing most of the advancement in AD&D 2nd edition comes from the THAC0, basically your combat. But your regular scores, your ability scores beyond that, those really don't change other than if you get lose like a saving throw versus spell if something affects it, or by aging, okay? And usually they go down, not up. The only exception to this is the fact that as characters age, they gain intelligence and wisdom scores, okay? But their strength and their dexterity goes down. In the case of Tasselhoff, okay, get this. Take a look at this right here just to show you a comparison, all right? Where is it? Oh, darn it. Maybe when I go to actually pull it up. Take a look at this, guys, all right? You'll notice, okay, that was the stats for Tasselhoff in 2E. It's at 3rd level. Okay, his THAC0, base THAC0 at that is 19, but if he's using a hoopak, it puts the THAC0. If he's using it as a staff, it puts it at 17. If he's using it as a sling, it puts him at 14. Okay, now, upon level advancement, it seems, okay, this has him as a 12th level Kinder Thief. Okay. If we go by the AD&D Player's Handbook stats for advancement and level, okay, the only thing it really advances when you have a THAC0, only exception they say according to this is a wish spell. Now, I don't know about you, but wishes are not something that you go buy at the corner store, okay? They had this screwed up rule about it takes 11 wishes or some shit. No, they don't hand those out. So the possibility of using a wish spell to alter your character's physical stat is kind of fucking stupid. I would be more akin to actually let them alter the stat by training, okay, if they paid enough into it, all right, or with physical age. That is the only way that I would allow them to modify those stats. Now, like I said, guys, did I lose my train of thought? No, I didn't. Advancement in Advanced Dungeons and Dragons 2nd edition, they don't really do anything other than advancing with your THAC0. In your THAC0, it advances by level. Okay, whether you're a mage, whether you're a cleric, whatever. Okay, it advances by level in class. All right. Let's see here. Your ability scores, like I said, aren't really used in combat, except in certain terms when the DM decides to use it as a saving throw. That's the odd thing about it. Most of your advancement in AD&D 2nd edition comes from THAC0. Okay, now, as you can see, well, you might be able to see it. Okay, there's the calculated THAC0s. All right, as a rogue, at level 12, it says his THAC0 is 15. Now, if his THAC0 is 15 at level 12, think about this for a minute. Okay, I would give about 3 different stats for Taz, depending on what age he is. Okay, there was the one where he was middle-aged around about Legends. This would be where he was at 12th level. Dragons of Dragons of Summer Flame, he was a little bit older than that, so I would actually increase that a little bit more. I don't know what level he would be by Dragons of Summer Flame. But this one, okay, like I said, he'd be about middle age. This would be during Legends because that's what these were printed out as. They've got Tanis as being a 12th level Elven fighter. Lorana is a 5th level Elven fighter. Elves advance slow, I guess. They've got Raceland as a 20th level human wizard. Okay, that's Black Robe Raceland, right? Okay, so with that, yeah, they don't list the THAC0s yet. But anyways, okay, if we're going by that, okay, if his base THAC0 at level 12 is 15, it means that if he's using a hoopak, okay, because it's modified, you would take literally 2 off of that. So if it's hoopak plus 2, be 15 and 16. It'd be a 14 or better if he used it as a staff. And then even lower than that is a sling. Did I get it right? Yeah. Well, base Stako is 15. Take off of 15. If it was 14 originally, take 2 off of that. So when he was using the sling when he was at 3rd level. So it's level 15, 14. Yeah. 14 and 13. At least 12. So a roll of 12 or better will hit. So it just goes down by 2. Now, what happens to the rest of his stats? Good question. While I'm thinking about it, guys. Okay. Yeah, I know you can't really see this. I'll get it in just a second. All right. Where was that section on aging? See, this is just it. It mentions very little about advancement, but you do have dexterity adjustments that advance as you level up. Okay, you've got certain stuff that will advance as you level up, but your base scores usually do not, except by age. Now, let me see if I can find this thing for age here. If I can find it. Aging effects. Okay, here we go. All right. Now, if we're going by the AD&D 2nd edition effects on aging, okay, you might be able to see that. I don't know. Maybe. My camera winks in and out, so it's hard to say. Okay, guys. Anyway, if we're going by that, okay, by Dragons of Summer Flame, Taz's stats would be modified even more. Okay. I don't know how long. It's a period of between Legends and Summer Flame. I want to say that's a period of about 20 more years. So maybe he did gain a couple of more levels. I would opt for maybe he was 20th level by then. Who knows? Due to his age. But, all right, as of middle age, he lost a point of strength. So if we were going to go correct, see, because they didn't really change this by the AD&D stats, okay? They kept his stats, but they didn't really change him. Now, if they were going to change it by the fact that he was middle-aged, he was a halfling, he was about 50 years, something like that. He was 40 when he met the companion, so by the time of Legends, yeah, he's on up in years. We would almost say that he's at old age, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was old age at around about Dragons of Summer Flame. So with that said, all right, we would drop his strength down to about 12, but he would gain almost 2 stats in intelligence and wisdom. So he would actually gain, I'd go ahead and put him in intelligence of 11, wisdom 12, because he's jumped 2, okay, by Dragons of Summer Flame. And wisdom, I guess, would drop a point too. 1 or 2 points. Maybe his charisma too. You give him a 1 point of extra charisma. So it'd go to 12 because he's a hero of the lance. Okay. His constitution would actually drop because, yeah, he lost a point of constitution when Raceland resurrected him during Dragons of Dragons of Spring Dawning. Yeah, he did. He lost a point of constitution when Raceland resurrected him. So, actually, his constitution would be 13. Okay, guys. Just wanted to cover that. But that's what I'm looking at. If any of you all have some ideas about that, leave a comment down below about Taz's stats, what you would make them concerning between him being at during the War of the Lance, at middle age, a little bit after the War of Lance during Legends, and then at old age during Dragons of Summer Flame when he was an elderly kinder. What would his stats be, and how would they advance? And how would you do that? How do you do that when you play the AD&D game? Okay, do you let characters advance by age or by experience? You know, if they gain a couple of levels, do you let them advance a stat? And I'm sorry, but the whole thing about the wish spell is kind of stupid. This thing about handing out wishes is kind of dumb because you cannot go to the corner store and buy those. Okay, guys, one more thing while I have it on my mind here. Okay, I want to make this is called Tables for One. Okay, it is a solo game master reference. Now, I don't want to show too much of it, but at least I'll show you some of this. This thing gives you like yes or no questions for things like distance and color and space. I'd shown this before, but what I want to do, if I can, and I want to try to get some of the Dragonlance people in on this if anybody's interested, I want to develop a free OGL resource, or I don't care, you can charge for it on Drive. I don't care, whatever. If you want to make an official Dragonlance product, I was going to ask Margaret Weiss about this, but her Twitter wasn't working for a couple of days. I don't know what all that was about, but I guess, so the Twitter mob got offended about that somebody didn't fit their aesthetic or something. Who knows? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Anyways, guys, what I meant back what I was saying, I want to do a specific oracle to Dragonlance. So instead of having like the generic stuff for the traveling party, you'll have like Kinder, Minotaur. Also, you'll have it pick what different eras, like Fifth Age, Pre-Cataclysm, Age of Light, that kind of stuff. You could do that. There's all kinds of stuff, miscellaneous stuff that you could do to attempt that. But that's what I wanted to do, is to get something similar to that. And I would probably call it Tables for One at the end of the last home. So if anybody has some ideas about putting up making a solo reference for, and it could be used with any edition of Dragonlance, okay, or any edition of AD&D or D&D, whatever, okay, because these are just basically yes or no questions. And you would have general stuff, general information, and then of course you could have the stuff that is specific to Dragonlance. So you could put like locations and have like Flotsam, Sancris, Southern Urgoth, da 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 da. But it would be all randomized. Okay? So that's my proposal. If any of you guys want to get together and put something together, let me know in the comments. But like I said, I think we ought to call it Tables for One at the end of the last home. Okay? And go from there. If it's a good idea, I'm all for it. Alright, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and round this out. Okay? Like I said, guys, I should have some more stuff to roll in a couple of days. I'm in the middle of doing that. But if you would, get online, check that out. Look at solo role playing, and if you want to, guys, check out Tables for One. I bought it off a drive-through. It'll give you an idea of what I'm going for. But I want to make this thing kind of an OGL resource, a free resource for all the Dragonlance players. Okay? If any of y'all are interested in that, Margaret, Tracy, anybody, I don't know y'all, but like I said, if any of you Dragonlance fans want to help out with that, leave a suggestion down below. All right, guys. This is Engine Joe, and we'll holler at you a little bit later. Y'all roll on. Like I said, I was referencing the AD&D Player's Handbook. I don't know if I made any sense. Sometimes I ramble. My health has been up and down. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Check out my Burfoot audio source book. That's an ongoing project. All my stuff is OGL. This channel is not monetized. Everything I do comes from my personal collection, and it's free for you all to use. Okay, guys. We'll holler at you a little bit later. Okay? I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Alright, guys. Where are we at here? Okay. Well, anyways, guys, thank you all for tuning in. This is Engine Joe. Y'all roll on.